I'm going to say this and then I ain't going to say nothing else. You on your own. You on your own in this world. I'm going to tell you, and don't get older. Because you get older, don't nobody be thinking about you. You understand me? Ain't nobody thinking about you. People don't care nothing about you. You're only as good as the last thing you did for somebody. I'm trying to tell you. People just don't care nothing about you. Everything has changed.
That's the big question. What has happened? Because they talk about black people. This is Hello everyone. I'm Cerebral and this is Cerebral Talks TV. And today I have a topic that I'm sure so many of you are going to be able to relate to. And before I even show this video clip, basically what she's saying is that you are on your own in this world. Families are not what they used to be. Community is not what it used to be. Friendships, people being there for you. And this is not a new phenomenon. People are saying, I'm going to play this video clip. I'm going to share the comments with you where there are some people who are saying, well, this is the last days. And it says that people will be lovers of themselves and that their hearts will grow cold. I'm sorry to say this, but there are so many people like myself. This is not some new thing, not having community all the time. As far as family, now I do have community more right here on YouTube. Shout out to many of you, you know who you are. But those of you who are watching this and those of you who, if I needed help, you have been there for me before, you know who you are. Okay, shout out to you all. But I have to say, I really do feel like each generation is responsible for the next generation. So if things are messed up now, it's because of the previous generations that allowed certain things to happen, who didn't pass on certain traditions, who did not keep their families together, who did not listen to me. I know some people are not going to agree, but I believe that if your children don't like you, they won't even give you $100. Is it fair for me to assume you probably were a crappy parent? Is it fair for me to assume that you were a crappy parent if your children grew up not to like you and don't feel a need to help you? What kind of parent were you? Did you treat your children like they were somebody off the street? Did you treat your children like y'all had some sort of business relationship versus actually being your children? You see, the quiet part people don't want to say is that a lot of great-great-grandparents and grandparents and parents completely failed as parents. They raised terrible children. They raised people within their families with terrible character. They did not keep the family intact. They didn't keep traditions going. They didn't raise good people with family values, and now you got a mess. And I also want to throw in, you got a lot of black men, since this is definitely about a lot of black families especially, they're out here making kids with this woman, that woman, and this woman. What do you think gonna happen? You got all these kids scattered around, half brothers and sisters, half cousins, and all this with all these women. Don't nobody even know who these people are? Creating brokenness all over the place. Thus, you have also broken families. But I do have to say, before I show this video clip, it is true. There are a lot of us who have known since we were little that we are on our own at large, or the very few, very close family you have, that is it. And that you don't have a lot of your family to depend on, or who will be there for you, or who you can ask something from, because y'all are really not family like that. It's a sad truth. I don't know how common this is. I can only speak for myself. I don't always go into detail, but I'll give you maybe 2 or 3 examples of something that happened to me. I had a relative who I needed a ride to get to the train station. You know what she said to me? She said, "You're lucky I love your mother." Basically, you don't love me, but you love my mama. That's why you would do it for me. Then this person, one of her children, also said to me, "Oh no, our family. Our family up north, our family." Oh, meaning that's y'all family. I ain't a part of that family. That's y'all family. Then another cousin's son, this was years ago, but I remember it like it was yesterday. I was talking to him and I said, "Well, maybe I can call you sometimes and we can just talk and stuff." And you know what he said to me, his first response? "For what?" That's the type of S I'm dealing with some of these so-called family members that I don't go into deep detail about who, and that ain't even half of what I could say of how I've been treated. That's just a little bit of some of the stuff that was said to me. So I can't relate to some of y'all out here who have these super family get together for Christmas and calling you, spending time with you, baking cookies and loving you and would help you. I have known for a very long time that I cannot go to a number for anything, and I don't ask for shit because I already know the answer would be no from a number. And that's the type of thing. I already grew up in a dog eat family and world. So this ain't nothing new for me. And it's a sad thing. It's real sad, but this is the reality. So I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to be quiet. And I want you to hear what she has to say. She says, I've said this once and I've said this 1,000 times. And so many of you are going to say this ain't nothing but the truth. Listen to what she's saying.
I'm going to say this and then I ain't going to say nothing else. You on your own. You on your own in this world. I'm going to tell you, and don't get older. Because you get older, don't nobody be thinking about you. You understand me? Ain't nobody thinking about you. People don't care nothing about you. You're only as good as the last thing you did for somebody. I'm trying to tell you. People just don't care nothing about you. Everything has changed. People don't care nothing about the elderly. People don't care nothing about grandparents. People don't care nothing about once your children become adults. They don't give a damn about. Man, I'm telling you, people don't care nothing about you. I'm telling you what I know. Look.
And I'm just going to cut it off one last time. I'm not trying to say she's wrong, but I do feel like the reason why some families are messed up is because y'all were terrible family members, terrible parents, terrible grandparents, terrible aunts and all that. And now your family's messed up. You ain't treating people like family. Horrible attitudes, barely know you, all types of stuff. This is what happens when each generation F's up every generation within their families.
If somebody passes away, back in the day, when somebody would pass away, man, you listen, you couldn't get in the door with all the food people brought to your house when somebody passed away. I mean, don't talk about no chicken. Chicken, oh my God, chicken. All kind of people get in the kitchen, they cook greens, they cook macaroni and cheese, they cook biscuits, rolls. They have all types of pies and cakes and this, that, and the other. Back in the day, I remember that. People don't do that no more. They don't do that anymore. Once in a while, somebody will stroll in with a box of chicken. And the chicken, and something done been ate out the box. They'd already ate one of the wings or one of the legs out the box, child. People don't care nothing about. I'm telling you, this is a very different world today than when I grew up. Okay, I was an adult in the 80s. Okay, I graduated in the 80s and I became an adult in the 80s. Let me tell you something. People don't care nothing about you. You're only as good as the last thing you've done for somebody. I don't care what it is. Somebody told me a story, and they said, look, when you say yes to somebody, you're automatically responsible for them once you say yes. For example, you tell somebody say, hey, look, can you give me a ride so-and-so place? And you tell that person yes. Let me tell you something. You are responsible for that person instantly, just like that. And that person get in your car, God forbid you get in an accident, you're responsible. Okay, they get out your car, scratch their leg, you responsible. Yeah, and trust me on this, they gonna get you. They gonna get you. They waiting for something to happen so they can get you. I'm telling you, people don't care nothing about you no more. They just don't. And it's really, really sad. Don't care who you are, baby. You don't care who you are. You're only as good as the last thing you've done for somebody. My grandma used to say, ninjas ain't S-H-I-T. And she could say that thing. And it's a whole lot of truth in that. They're not. At the end of the day, when you know that you have given someone your all, people don't have no sympathy for you. They don't have no compassion for you. If you've given folk your all, and I don't care who it is, your children, your grandchildren, your friends, your sisters, brothers, cousins, uncles, and aunts. Let me tell you something. They don't care nothing about you. You are only as good to that person as the last thing you've done for them. You're only as good as the last thing that you could have done a lot. You could have done a whole lot, and then you fail. You fail financially. You better not fall financially. Fall if you want to, and see what happens. They don't care nothing about you, baby. All they want to know is are you going to take care of whatever that thing is that you did for them, because you were supposed to have done it for them, because you the one that signed it, you the one that did what. People don't care nothing about you, I'm telling you. They don't care nothing about if you get sick, they still want it. If you fall into a depression, they still want it. If you lose your job, they still want it. They don't care nothing about you. Where is it? Is all they want to know. I'm sorry you going through what you going through, but I need you to go ahead and take care of that, because you was taking care of it at first. You were doing it at first, and I need you to go ahead on and keep on doing it. Don't care if you put the down payment on it. Don't care if you did this or you did that. And it don't matter what it is. It don't matter what it is. If you buy somebody a house and you got a mortgage on that house, baby, you better go ahead on and make sure you make them payments. Because if you don't, you're going to have a problem with that person. When you don't do the things for the person, for somebody that is supposed to love you, and you don't do the things for them, even if you have a fall, even if you fall in life, and you have a financial fall, it don't matter. If you tell that person no, or if you can no longer do it or no longer can maintain, it does not matter to them. They're going to have an attitude with you. That's how folk are. What Janet Jackson say? What have you done for me lately? She mean it. What have you done for me lately? That's all they care about. Which in terms mean that you've done something for them before, but what have you done for me lately? People don't care nothing about you, I'm trying to tell you. You better listen to what I'm saying. People don't bring nothing to the funerals, to the house no more. They don't bring no food. They don't bring no pies. They don't bring no cakes. They don't bring nothing. Folk don't do nothing no more. The world has changed. People don't care nothing about you no more. And it's really sad. And I don't feel good posting a video like this. I'm just saying it's the truth. It's just the way it is now. They just don't. They just don't. You on your own, baby. I'm telling you, you're on your own. You came into this world alone. Even if you came into this world with a twin, even if you was a part of quadruplets, triplets, it don't matter. Whatever. You are on your own. I don't care nothing about what these folks say. I don't care nothing about what they say. Honey, don't do something for them and see where you are. They're not gonna say, "Oh, I understand." They're not gonna. They gonna. It's all right to be upset if something don't go the way people want it to go. I get that part. I get that. But you don't oust people. You don't make people feel terrible that's been there for you. You don't not acknowledge the fact that they've been there for you, and that they had a fall, and a financial fall, and they some things might have went wrong, but you gonna be upset, and I know, because you the one on the receiving end. I get it. But you show compassion to people. You say, hey, I'm sorry, but they ain't gonna volunteer at the time when if you don't let them know, hey, look, I'm having a rough patch here. They ain't gonna volunteer and say, hey, look, well, what can I do to make sure I can hold up the payments, or I can do this just to make sure things go smoothly so we won't get in too deep of a trouble. Ain't nobody gonna offer that. Ain't nobody gonna offer that. But then soon as things don't go all the way that they want it to go, they mad at you. They ain't got nothing to say to you. Upset with your child. All you done, it don't matter what you done. I'm telling you. That's how folk are, baby. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but baby, you are only as good as the last thing you've done for someone. Have an amazing day.
Oh my goodness gracious. So, hearing this woman, she says that you are only as good as the last thing you did for someone, and families don't even bring the food during a funeral no more. Family traditions, they don't look out for the elderly. And I did say that I believe that, well, If your children wouldn't even help you, your children don't even like you, they don't even call you, am I wrong to assume you probably was a crappy parent? What kind of values are y'all teaching your children? What kind of family do you have? Do you even have a family? That's the big question. Because if you don't got a family, then why are you shocked that people don't operate like family? Because they don't know nothing about no family. You want something that y'all couldn't even give to them. You know what I'm saying? It's just a mess. It's a mess. Now, that's not always the case. That's not always the case. She said you've given your all and they still ain't trying to help you. You're doing everything by yourself. You know, even people using you, they only call you when they want some money, but they don't call you no other time. They don't give a damn about you. They don't love you. They don't like you. They don't want to know you. You know, you have those type of situations. So she mentioned again, people used to, the world is different. Yet it is changing. You used to see the whole big mama thing, soul food, Sunday dinner type of stuff, the family together. I mean, that's not the case for all black families at all. But some of y'all grew up like that. Let me know in the comment section. Do y'all still have Sunday dinners? What kind of people? I mean, I know people don't get too personal, but what kind of family do you have? What kind of traditions do you have? What kind of values do you have? That's the biggest thing. What kind of values were you taught about family? And it's not just family. She's also talking about community, being able to lean on someone being there for you, somebody, again, attending the funeral, bringing food, having empathy for you, somebody caring for you. Okay, now I still have a loving, caring heart. I do. Okay, I know what I said earlier. I don't always have the greatest thing to relate to when it comes to people, families getting together and helping you and loving you and liking you and all that stuff. You know, it's just a sad reality. So I want to play one video and then I'm going to show the comments from this video.
I really believe that I don't belong in this generation. I truly do. I feel like I was actually birthed many generations ago, because y'all don't have no integrity. Y'all don't have no morals. Y'all just some fucked up people. Y'all are some terrible people. Y'all are selfish. You know, y'all are self-centered and all the above. Is sick. And that's why I say I feel like I don't belong in this generation. I'm just not that girl. I'm just not that girl. I'm genuinely a good individual. I'm genuinely a good person. I can actually overlook people's flaws and show people grace. But you motherfuckers, y'all some dog ass motherfuckers. And the whole time, y'all be really the dog. Like, y'all really ain't shit. Some of the shit that I see on the internet is so sick and disgusting. And all I can think is, who raised these people? Who raised y'all? Whoever raised y'all, y'all need to drop kick that bitch. You need to drop kick her down a flight of stairs, because y'all have no morals and integrity. Y'all don't have nothing y'all stand for. Y'all lie on people. Y'all cheat on people. Y'all are disloyal. Oh my goodness, honey. I cannot believe I am living in this time zone with you.
This isn't anything new. This has been going on since the beginning of time. We just have the internet now and people are able to expose this more. This been going on forever. This ain't nothing new to me to see this type of stuff. This ain't no new generation stuff. This been going on. It's just you see it on TV more, the news.
Weird motherfucker. I can't believe that. I'm just built different. I really, really am. Money don't move me. None of that shit moves me. I'm rock solid. Period. That's what it is. I'm genuinely a good person. I'm a good friend. I don't know what the hell happened to y'all. I really don't.
Okay, so to me, that's nothing new with the new generation. I mean, it's been going on for a while. And like I had said before, I believe each generation is responsible for the next one. And not even to get too personal again, I don't blame my younger relatives who can't help what happened. It would be great to talk to some of them. It would be, but it's difficult when their parent does not like you or love you and will spread lies about you. That makes it difficult to have a relationship when the family member that's their parent is toxic as AF. That's the problem. That's one of the issues. Okay. And it's just sad. It's sad to see families and friends and communities fall apart, but this is a reality, and it is a dog eat dog out world out here. It's hard, it's difficult, it's scary. You can find friends with people who, whether they're blood related or not, who will be there for you and who will help you have community, especially a sisterhood. It is possible. It does, your own, it won't be everybody, but you can find a few. Okay, so let's see these comments from the first video. This person, what they've said, they said, so true. Families these days are heartless and don't hold any values. That's because grandma, great grandma, grandma, and your parents, they effed up the family, and it's usually at the root, the grandmother or the great grandmother who helped destroy the family, and the fathers too, if they were there. That happens a lot, and they don't pass down certain traditions, and they don't raise children with certain values, some of them. Okay, no loyalty or respect anymore. Everyone is out for themselves. Like you're out on the street. I always said black women especially, we're thrown to the wind women. We don't all have great community. You might have some individuals who will help you here and there, but we don't have nothing like the Amish and the Italians and stuff like that. We are literally on our own as women, and it's scary and it's sad a lot. Okay? True, my uncle passed away last year. Everyone he helped, even strangers, very resourceful. But then they said not even 10 people showed up to his funeral. Well, I guess they didn't like him or care about him. That's why that happened. When my grandma passed away, there were a lot of people who claimed to love her and like her, but a very large percent of them didn't even show up for her funeral. And she used to feed them free food and all types of stuff, some of with my money that was for me to get from my parents when I was staying with her. She was given to feed for all these people, but they didn't even show up, some of them, to her funeral. Okay. The internet has changed the world. No, I think it exposed the world, what it has always been. And family sometimes can be your biggest enemy and hindrance. Your adversary is sometimes somebody in your own home. Yes. Families don't even know who their kinfolk are anymore because we don't have family reunions anymore, and they're only interested in you if you can help them. I only went to a family reunion type of thing when I was little. Not a family reunion, one of those barbecue type of things. I only remember that maybe 2 times in my life. And I did have a small one on my father's side in 1995 and 1997. Okay. I learned, don't expect nothing from no one who you won't be disappointed in when they don't help or return the favor. This mindset has given me so much peace. Now I'm free with no worries or care when I say no. I can tell you one story too. One girl who was my BFF at one point in my life when I was a teenager, she asked me for some money. I gave her the money. That's my BFF, or so I thought. And she said she would pay me back. I gave her the money. Months go by. She never brings it up, like I never gave her money. She didn't give me my money back. I would have respected her more if she said, look, I need some money. I don't know if I'll be able to give it back to you. I don't think I will be able to, but I need it. Okay, here. But instead you lie and tell me I'm going to give you your money back. And then you keep talking to me every day as if I didn't just give you money, and there's no mention of the money I gave you, and I never got it back. I don't like stuff like that. Okay. My son always told me, as long as you can say yes, you're the best. And when you say no, you're their worst enemy. You need to teach your son good character traits. Okay. Y'all are responsible for molding them. Now, you can't always help everybody in the mind past a certain age, but you can help mold someone's character traits and their values early. Okay. I agree with you. My dad passed last November and we fed our guests. I thought since we were the ones, going through this, we were supposed to be fed. Nevertheless, when you have family too, it's good to raise them together, hanging with each other so they can grow together. When I had birthday parties, a number of my family members never even came to my birthday party. And I was literally not too far down the street, not too far, and didn't even show up to my birthday party. It was horrible. Okay, so they call and say, just let me know if you need anything. Just do it. I should not have to ask you. It should be automatic. That let you know they don't really want to do anything. So true. My mother passed away 2 years ago and she helped everyone. And at her funeral, it was so empty and nobody cooked for us. My brother and wife and her mother were the ones who served us. Shame. That's why you have to create your own community. Even if it's just two of you. I have 3 close friends and we look out for each other. Many kids are grown and gone. If I had children, I would do everything to make sure my children were close. They had good character traits and good values, and they understood certain things when it comes to our close family right here. Do the best I can. And I would love to be able to do Sunday dinners, just beautiful dinners anyway, but especially special stuff with them. Okay, that's why I have made my own family. I thank God for my friends. We have to start building our families. Family is not always blood. Facts. The love of many have waxed cold. It talks about this in Revelations. People will be lovers of themselves and lover of money. They've been like this is nothing new. You sound like my mom and it's nothing but the truth. Okay, let's see. Facts. When I was 5 months pregnant, my mom passed away and only 2 people came by. My best friend and a lady that used to go to church with her. Even my church did not call or come by. Now that's crazy. That's horrible. That's horrible. All right, let's see. Signs of the times and the last days. This is why I'm in my bubble. Nowadays, nobody brings anything, not even a sympathy card. It's sad. That's crazy. That's crazy. You would think people would know to do something like that. This world grows colder. You are blessed to have lived in the prime of America. We will be the fall. This is a shame. Because this generation can't cook like they used to. And you're right. Yeah, they damn sure can. Some of them can. I see them on TikTok, but a number of people of all ethnicities, in my opinion, they not cooking like I don't know what's going on. I would think their mother and grandmama or somebody taught them the recipes and how to cook. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, so they said, yeah, you're absolutely right. Once the kids get grown, the only time they don't come around is when they want something. It's the only time they don't come around you is when they want something. They're never going to come and check on you. Yeah, if you have terrible children, and perhaps you were a terrible parent. I mean, that's not always the case, but it is a lot of why your children do not like you. They're not going to ask you if you need anything or nothing. You better pour love into your children and values to your children. Because I would tell my children, you understand, I gave everything for you. You better not ever cross me. I would tell my children that, don't you ever cross me. I gave you love. I poured love into you. I showed you what love is. And I'm the only one that gives a crap about you. And I wouldn't threaten them, but they would know. Don't play with me. I'm your mother. And they'll get their loves and kisses and hugs. And I would say things, watching movies with messages like, you see her? You see how she did that? And now the kids are here. No one loves you like mama loves you. Stuff like that. Okay. And I'm not saying to guilt them, but I want to make sure they understand about being good people. Okay. I stopped babysitting and doing pickups and drop-offs, and then the phone went dry when they couldn't use me no more. My mom used to say it's a dog eat world. I didn't know what she meant until I became an adult. I remember when one of my cousins passed away. I was trying not to run late and I needed to get some dress socks or something from this store. And when I was in line and I told the person, could I please get in front of you? My cousin just passed away. He looked at me and said, that ain't my problem. That's what he said to me, straight up. All right. I gave my mama $1,500 a month for years. When I asked her to buy my son a plane ticket, she told me to take him to a 44-hour bus ride for $60 less. I haven't spoken to her since, and I don't ever plan to. So she was giving her mother $1,500 a month. and she needed help to get a plane ticket for her son. And all of that money she gave her mama, $1,500 a month, she wanted him to take a 44-hour bus ride for $60 less. She didn't want to give her what she had been giving her. Okay? Damn. The smart black people are evolving and leaving the foolishness alone. Sometimes leaving a family and friend alone is the only way to evolve in our situation. That is so true, because some people are so toxic. You can't be around them. You can't trust them around your children. You can't be around them. They're dangerous for your mental health, spiritual health, physical health, all types of stuff. It's a horrible thing. People are also unaliving their parents. Yes, that's so true. You do see that a lot more than you used to. This was the whole morale of the movie, Soul Food. I thank God my family is still keeping this tradition. Glory to God. Let me know in the comments section, what kind of family do you have? Do y'all still get together? Were they sweet to you? Do they help you if you need help? Do they call you? All types of stuff. Do they even know your name? Do they give a damn about you? Gen X were so determined to be different from their boomer parents, they have raised and created this lazy, selfish generation to be the way that they are. You are 100% correct with this senseless, unevolving, sad world. People don't like to say it, but it's true. There's no such thing as family or friends anymore. It's cold out here and don't nobody care. This is sad, but it's the truth. And I'm only 51 years old, but I know what it was like when people showed love and cared for each other, when we all knew our neighbors, but now you don't even know the person that stays next door. People would say, my word is my bond. People would shake hands to an agreement. No one would go back on their word. Men were total gentlemen. Ladies were feminine and dressed beautifully. Yeah, the way black people have regressed is something of nightmares. I mean, the men don't know how to dress for the occasion. That Pop the Balloon series, do you see how they dress to meet women? It's absolutely disgusting. And how some of the women dress. Don't know how to dress, tatted up on their necks and faces, hair not cut, looking just all over the place. I've never seen, it's just regressing bad. I've never seen nothing like this before. This is the last comment. Girl, folks don't even dress respectfully when they're attending a funeral, and at church, some of them. They don't make sure the family is eating, don't even purchase any food to take to the repast. It's disgusting. I'm always in shock. How did we get here, family? What happened? That's the big question. What has happened? Because they talking about black people. This is mainly black people in here. What happened to you? I'm talking... Well, if you already had an effed up family, then nothing happened. It's been effed up since you've been born. But for a number of other families who were intact and stuff, what happened to you? How don't you know to bring food for a funeral? No one taught you? Your mama didn't tell you? Your daddy? Your grandparents? No one told you? That's the big question. Somebody ain't teaching this stuff no more. It's not being passed down anymore through the families. That's the logical thing I can say. Somebody's effing up somewhere and effing up their families. Because every generation is responsible. The stuff you see going down now on social media, some of the filthiest stuff, that wouldn't have happened if the older people would have said, we don't want to see this. If black people stood up as a community and said, we're not having this. We don't want to see this. This is disgusting. It's regressing us. We've had enough of it. Taking a stand. But people don't want to take a stand. They want to sit back and watch black people continue to go into hell more than what they already are in hell already. That's what you keep seeing going on. The lack of family values and stuff. And I don't always think, why I gotta always be up to Big Mama to save everybody? What about Big Daddy? You know, what about the Big Daddies to help save the family too? Again, this is what you see. The breakdowns of families, the men and women making babies all over the place with random people you don't even know, the children not being raised together, effed up character traits, effed up values, no family traditions, no etiquette being passed down. And you see it getting worse and worse. I literally see it every time I come on social media. The tattoos everywhere, the sagging pants, the skinny jeans, the women with their booties literally out and just looking like some science project. a number of them don't know how to dress to meet a woman, don't know how to dress to meet a man, don't know what to wear to go to an effing job interview. I mean, it's off the chain. So that's all for this video. I want to know what's your opinion about what she said. I want you to tell me, what is your family like? Let us know in the comments section. Do you see what she's saying? Did it come to fruition for you? Do you see this? Do you see the lack of family ties and friend ties, not showing up to funerals, not bringing food, not being there for you the way you are for other people, people only using you for what you can do for them? Let us know in the comments section. Please get those likes up. I appreciate it. And let me know. You all take care. Bye, everybody.